Hi everyone, it's Shannon, aka Kiwi Crossing, and today we are back with another Dream Island tour and a new hairstyle because the new update has dropped and it is absolutely amazing. I hope you guys have got a chance to kind of get some of the new items, go to some cataloging parties, but with that said, I am pretty overwhelmed with all of the new options, and I thought it'd be fun to do a nice relaxing dream tour, get some inspiration, and just relax for a bit. So I am at the island of Jump, which is absolutely stunning by one of my favorite creators. Not only one of my favorite island creators, but their codes are absolutely amazing too, which we're going to see all throughout the island. And the dream address is right down below if you want to grab it, but I'm really excited to tour this today. There's a lot of cuties on this island, and I just know that we're going to love this because it is that perfect mix of town and natural, which I know a lot of us have been enjoying lately. So if you enjoy content like this, please be sure to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. But the first thing that I want to do here is actually check out the custom designs portal because, as I said, they make a lot of their own designs. So I think some of you might be interested in grabbing some of these for your island, especially if you restarted because of the update. This is a great creator to check out. Save them to your favorites because their codes are literally phenomenal. They have so many different types of panel codes and stalls. I actually use these stalls on my island and I love them so much. I mean, this brick that they have too, and then they have these really cool like lighter white brick codes. So depending on the theme you have, I feel like they have almost everything covered. So there's just a lot to grab here, a lot of really good stuff. Some of these book cafe like van type of things with the cutout standees they have as well. So you might just want to save this creator. Like I said, they are one of my favorites and I have them saved to my favorites as well. But without further ado, let's get into the actual island tour. So as soon as you get here at the Dream, it already looks really beautiful. I'm also excited to check out this island with all the new camera functionality that we have. Like now we can really twist and turn and pretty much get wide angle mailbox shots, which I'm pretty happy about. I think that's one of my favorite things of the new update. But look at how sweet this is. As soon as you come into resident services, they have this little welcome area with this code that looks so good with the brick down here. I love the edges of it. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take this, but I'm going to take it anyway because it's by the welcome area. So I felt like it was for us. And this is really great. I'm really excited to see how they update this island with some of the new items. But honestly, their island is already amazing with the items that they have here already. So this brings you right to the airport. They did a really good job. Like, look at how close their resident services is to the airport. They really broke this up nicely. I like that they have this little natural garden area and then it leads to this more pathed out area that kind of extends their resident services. That looks really, really good. And the way that they're mixing so many different codes together, but it doesn't feel too busy. It still feels really easy to get around. I'm really just... I knew I wanted to tour this island because of all the different codes that they use and their really nice balance of like these large garden or like empty natural areas with these more structured paths. I always find that I'm really drawn to islands like this, so I've been wanting to share more like this for the channel and hopefully get everyone inspired if you like this type of island as well. I can't stop turning my camera because look at this. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. I love that you can see the codes on all of the sides when you open up the camera like that. So this is actually one of their resident rep houses, and I love this little natural setup here with just like a lawnmower and some clotheslines. It's the perfect amount decorated, which I always really enjoy. If we go up here, I adore this. So it looks like they actually made a little like rooftop or patio area for their house. This is such a smart idea, and I might have to try to do something like this because it looks so good. Since I'm kind of obsessed with using the new camera, I just needed to see what that looked like from up here. That is such a view. It's really like we're getting to see like the flyover angle that you usually would only be able to see when you're in the seaplane, but now we can do it all the time. So this is going to be a game changer for, the Instagram feeds and just taking photos of your island in general. Okay, so I love that there's this little pathway to the left here with this tiny little lakeside area, which actually looks out onto Able Sisters. And this view right here is really, really nice. I love that you can see the bridge in the distance as well. This to me is extremely inspiring because I like to think about the views that you can see from other areas, and sometimes it's easy to just focus on the storefront, but you could tell that they really thought about what that view would look like from all different angles, which I think is really great, and I admire their thought process because sometimes I'm not thinking that big. Okay, this is so cool. So it's areas like this where they made this look so amazing, and I can only imagine how cool this will look with all of the new items now too. Not that they need to update anything because this is already beautiful, but having so much more variety in food items is going to be so amazing for little farmers markets like this. I really like the pumpkin sign that they're using, and I love all of the little details behind the stalls as well. So they didn't just have them leaning up against a cliff, but they actually decorated all behind them, which is pretty realistic to how a little farmer's market would work. Also, this nice like tile pathing that they have going on here with the little flowers in between. This is really cool, and like I said, the way that they're connecting different paths somehow works really well together, and I don't think I would be able to mix and match so many different types of pathing, but they did a really good job. So this is actually their river mouth over here, so it's a nice bridge leading over. I think that the brick bridge works really well with this pathing, and look, it looks like you're kind of coming into a little city area with these simple panels, little garbage cans on the side. Everything is just so realistic, and I am a big fan of islands that feel really realistic. And this one does definitely make me feel like I'm walking through a real city or a little town. Look at that view right there with these double inclines. You know it's time to look with the new camera. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to take a picture here because that is such a beautiful view. Okay, this makes me want to have a double incline moment because this is so pretty. I love how this looks. I love the way that they decorated. I think using the gift pile is a great idea too in front of the stall. So I think that it's just really a good way to fill up some of that space and also look really nice in front of a stall because it looks like maybe if you're going to buy something, they're going to pack it up for you. So always thinking about items and how you can kind of create a story around it is a good idea. And you could tell that they really did that as well. It actually looks like, oh, okay, I didn't even like turn my camera that way, but they have this whole setup with the simple panels here so that it looks like this is part of a larger, maybe like apartment complex or city with like many buildings in between. So I really like the thought there as well. Oh, this is such a smart idea. I like that they're giving everyone either like a backyard or a porch area, and they're really making use of the space on the island. So I know a lot of people say like, why does their island feel so big? And you can tell it's because literally every square of this island is so well thought out and the space is broken up so nicely. Oh my gosh. There's just something about this island when you're here that it just gives you so much inspiration. This is kind of one of I don't know why I said kind of, because this is definitely one of my favorite islands, and we haven't even really touched the surface yet. We still have so much left to see. This is actually an ideal way to treat the museum because it's really pushed up against the back of the island, but it still looks really nice, and it's still thoughtful with the pathing that they've done around here. Okay, it's time for the camera app again. Look at those levels. I think with these angles, our islands are starting to feel like real places and real cities, and we're starting to see things in a more 3D view. Obviously, it's kind of 3D already, but it feels so much more realistic when you can actually see it from all of these different angles, and not just that one flat angle that we had before, or the straight on view. So I'm very happy with Nintendo right now. I want to see what this looks like because I see all those simple panels up there again. I love that they're filling out the spaces like that so that it does feel like you're still walking through a town, and they're really just making this feel so nice with these codes that they've made as well. And for me, if you make your own codes and you're amazing at island designing, I think that you are just, I don't know, way too talented for your own good. But thank you for sharing your talents with us. Again, like I said, when I'm saying that this island feels so big, it's really because of the way that they've terraformed and the way that they're creating these smaller spaces with their cliffs and inclines. This looks like, oh, I wonder if this is a train station. This is definitely a train station. Okay, I think so. But I really like their take on this. And the way that they've put it in their own aesthetic, because the other train stations I've seen definitely don't look like this. So I didn't notice it at first, but I love their use of items and the colors. So I think that this looks great. Let's see what else we have going on over on this side. It looks like we have, oh, this is so good. I think I just have a love at the moment for these really like kind of like square areas that are blocked off with fencing or hedges. I just think that there's something so sweet about it. And this little coffee stand area, it's really nice that they didn't just go for like using the stall, and they actually are using different items to play around with height. They have that coffee grinder on the wooden mini table, and then they have that lower iron wooden table below, which looks nice because it adds a little bit more dimension than just doing a stall. And then they have some stalls lined up against here, so it's feeling very much like you're walking through these little narrow streets. It feels pretty European to me. I don't know if that's the theme, but just from where I've been in Europe, it feels a little bit like I'm walking through a European city. So I obviously love it, if I haven't said that enough. Over here, before I go too far to the right side of the island, I want to make sure that I didn't miss this like canal area that's over here. So I think we were, yes, okay. So when we came up over here, there's actually this really nice view where they terraformed out this water, and it's almost like a mini canal, which leads up to this little area as well. And again, just the views everywhere on this island are pretty amazing. And my Switch isn't really lagging, which is pretty crazy because you would think an island with like all of these simple panels would definitely be lagging like crazy, but it's not. Okay, so again, like I said, with these mixing of these more like garden type of areas with the natural grass and little simple codes and natural elements like flowers and weeds coming out, a little place to sit like a park, but then you get back on the main road, and I absolutely love it. Even this blue iron garden chair, I kind of like it. I would never think to customize it in blue, but it gives it a little bit of character and personality, so I'm into it. If we come up here, there's a little villager house, and look at this. It's right up on the lake. This is so cute. Whose house is this? This is Lily's house, and the way that they did this brick fencing as well looks really nice. They have this code up here which looks like it's a little flower box on the floor. I love the way that they're decorating these simple areas too. They're really doing the best of the town vibe, but then the best of the natural vibe as well. Okay, so I know we saw the view of Able Sisters from afar, but this is if you come up in front of Able Sisters. It is 100% accessible. And I like that they have this area here, which feels a little bit more rundown and natural. Like it's kind of more in a wooded area, and then that connects to more of a town area. It's just really good. I have no other words, but this creator is blowing me away. This is everything that I want for my own island. So whenever I find an island like that, I always want to tour it and share with you guys, because I think that the whole point of this channel is for inspiration in general, whether it's through my speed builds or island tours. So whenever I'm inspired, I want to share it with you guys as well, so that we can all be inspired. Let's see. I keep not knowing which way to go exactly, because everything looks so good and everything's so well connected. But before I go up there, I kind of want to finish what I was doing back here, because we'll head back up that way anyway when we end up going back to resident services. So there's actually another villager house, and I love that they have that little bridge in between these two houses. That's a really good way to decorate a tiny neighborhood, by putting a bridge in between them. And their use of fencing, again, there's just something that's really charming about it. And I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it, but they're using so many different types of fencing, so many paths, just so many different types of items, but it somehow is just totally in harmony here on this island. Okay, so back up here is over by that coffee shop. I'm just trying to center myself and remember where I am. I don't think that we went up to that back area yet though, so I'm wondering if... Oh my gosh. It's like we entered a whole different island. What? Oh my gosh. I almost missed this like completely. Okay, what? It looks like they have a more beachy vibe maybe down at the bottom. I'm so sorry. Let's say hi. Welcome. Thank you for having us. Look at this here too. Like I said, all these different areas are using different colored items, different paths, and they all have their own specific look and feel, and it works really nicely. It's definitely not easy to use so many different paths and items and somehow make it work, but they really did it. That view right there, that just looks like the Amalfi Coast in Italy, walking down those little beach towns. So nice. I don't think I can get down there, at least not from there, unless I'm missing something here. Maybe there's like a hidden pipe or something that I can't find, but I definitely don't have a ladder. I don't know, maybe we'll stumble upon how to get over there later, but either way, maybe it's just more of a perspective build, which it kind of looks like it might be, and I think it definitely is probably the best view from seeing it there anyway. I can't get over how well everything is flowing on this island. I think that's another thing you'll notice if you come visit, is that it's so easy to just explore because the paths connect so nicely, and it's really fun and delightful because literally every area that you go into, it feels like a whole new space. Like I just walked into this area and now I'm in this little Halloween themed, pumpkin themed house with different pathing and a different vibe, and it's just so fun. I feel like I'm in Disneyland. Oh my gosh, I am literally getting to the point where I'm speechless, and that happens pretty rare for me. I do love to talk, so when you make me speechless, I feel like you've really done something there. Oh, Look at this. It's just, when you go to an island and you're like, I wish I did that, or I wish I thought of that. I'm getting a lot of that feeling here. This little stream going through, if you're looking for waterscaping inspo and you have a natural island, I think the best thing to do is a long stream like this with a lot of little curves in it. Always looks so good, and just line it with some natural elements like they did here. I also love that this natural area leads right over to a campsite, because of course that would be there. Also, I have to say, I had so much hype for the update, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, am I even gonna want to tour an island that doesn't have the new items? But I literally forgot about the new items because this island is actually blowing me away. So it just shows that new items are amazing, but your island could still be beautiful with the items that we had before. So look at this. Everything I see, it's making me just sigh of like, this is gorgeous. That is such a view right there. The bridge and the water and all of the little garden elements. I love this. It's like I said a couple of times, but maybe I can explain it a little bit better, but it's almost like there's just different themes and different stories for every single part of this island. And that to me is so cool, because I'm someone that really sticks to like one theme and just tries to make it cohesive all throughout the island. And although their island is cohesive, there's just so many different stories going on here, and it just works so well together. I love this too. This is such a nice little secret seating area. I love the pathing lining up to it, the bridge. Whose house is back there? Did we go to that house already? I don't even remember, because I'm so in my element right now, just vibing here on this island. I think, okay, yeah, I'm reorienting myself now. I remember where we are. Okay, we went over here too, or no, we didn't. Oh my gosh, I keep finding new areas. Oh, okay, so this is on the other side of that little stream that we were looking at, and they have a really nice farm. So like I said, with the different themes going on, it looks like this has more of a farmcore vibe over on this side of the island. And whoa. Okay, we have Kiki. Is this Kiki's house? Or at least I thought it was. Rudy's house. Okay, their houses look very similar. And we have another house over here. Such cute little elements by their house. And I love that since it's on the second level, you have that really nice view of the water down below. I feel like this would be a good time to turn our camera. This looks so cool. This kind of feels like Minecraft here for a second. Animal Crossing just feels like a whole new game with some of these new updates that we have, that it's exciting to explore all of this together. This view here too, that waterscaping that they did. I wonder, how do you even go about planning this? I feel like a lot of people that I talk to say that they have a specific idea in mind, and then they just kind of build out and go with the flow from there. Maybe they have some ideas for big builds, but I don't know a lot of people that actually plan out their entire island. So I wonder if that's how this one is too. But it just, no matter how it came together, it is beautiful. So again, they're doing this thing with the two houses next to each other, and then a little pathway with a bridge in between. And I think that this is an idea that I might need to try on my island as well, because that is just such a view. That's so cool. I think the thing that's really nice about this island, which is something that I've been playing with a little bit, or trying to play with in my own builds, is the symmetry aspect of this. And the designs are not asymmetrical. We have the two houses next to each other, we have a bridge in between, but all the decorating around it is really natural. So it has a really nice balance of the like nice clean cut neighborhood, but then also it feels really lived in. This is such a good setup of items here too. The phone box with the newspapers and things. Okay, this is back over here by that other area that we were looking at. And I think if we continue around this way, we looked at these houses, and I like that they have this pathway going through up here. That's another thing I've noticed about this island, is that they have a lot of water going through, so that even if you had like a flat area, if you break it up with a little stream of water in between, it just breaks up the space really nicely. I just want to go this way because for some reason I thought that I might have missed something over here, although I may not have, because I thought that we have seen a lot. But I wanted to also just kind of run around and do one more quick swoop of the right side, because I know that we had like that more beach town feel. So I just want to walk down here and just look at another angle here, because I like the way that this is coming together with this pathing and then the really simple decor and bringing in the white elements on the beach, because that kind of matches what they did in the back with more of those like white elements where we looked at that perspective view. And oh, I missed this before, so it's kind of good that we came back. Just like these little details are really charming, and I think that's really what makes an island, because you could see how much love really went into this. And every little square of this island is quite literally perfect. I'm gonna continue back over by, let's get back over to like where resident services is and see if we missed anything around there. But I do think that we've seen a lot of this island, although I could probably stay here for quite literally the rest of my life. I won't do that for the sake of not having a 5-hour long YouTube video. But let's see. I'm gonna continue this way. Okay, so now we're back at resident services. I don't think that we saw everything to the right side yet. At least I may be wrong, but that might be exactly where we just came from. Okay, yes it is, because then we have this little nice bridge, or I guess this is like maybe a makeshift bridge where their river mouth is, which I like a lot too. But okay, then I'm assuming that we must have seen everything, because we're back over by the entrance and resident services. So I hope that you guys enjoy this one as much as I did. I honestly think that this is one of my absolute top favorite islands. So I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a great day. Bye everyone.